999 to stop the event. Starting streaming now.
affiliate stations. Today's broadcast will begin 5 minutes from the zone. Stand by. Attention, Cleveland Indians affiliate station. Today's broadcast will begin 4 minutes from the tone. Attention, Cleveland Indians affiliate stations. Today's broadcast will begin 3 minutes from the tone. Countdown commenced. Broadcast will begin 2 minutes from the tone. Prepare to initiate sequence. Attention, Cleveland Indians affiliate stations. Today's broadcast will begin 1 minute from the tone. Stand by. Affiliate stations. Today's broadcast will begin 30 seconds from the tone. Today's broadcast will begin 30 seconds from the tone. Start broadcast on my signal. Attention, Cleveland Indians affiliate stations. Today's broadcast broadcast will begin in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds from today's broadcast.
It's drive time now.
It's time for Cleveland Indians spring training baseball. Indians baseball is brought to you by Continental Airlines, the official airline of the Cleveland Indians. Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right. By the Cleveland Clinic, the official health care provider for the Cleveland Indians. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Indians. From Hohokam Park in Mesa, Arizona, it is Cleveland Indians spring training baseball. Today, the Cleveland Indians play their final game here in the Valley of the Sun, taking on the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Tom Hamilton and Mike Keegan with you on another beautiful day in Arizona. Nothing but sunshine and blue skies overhead, and today really no breeze to speak of. The flag barely moving out in left center as the Cubs and Indians play their final game here in the Phoenix area. The Cubs will leave and fly to New York City and play 2 exhibition games at the brand new Yankee Stadium, so they'll get it broken in when the Indians and Yankees open up the regular season in regards to the Yankees home opener on April 16th. Meanwhile, the Indians will fly to the Lone Star State. They will play Houston tomorrow night and Saturday, and then have their season opener against the Texas Rangers on Monday, while the Cubs will also be in the Lone Star State as they'll be taking on the Houston Astros in their season opener. Well, it's time now for the pitching matchups, and they're brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Ryan Dempster, the Cubs ace a year ago, will be on the hill. He was 17-6 last year, 2-2 this spring with an ERA of 2.70. Anthony Reyes will toe the rubber for the Indians. He's been the Indians' best pitcher this spring. No decisions, but he's given up 1 run in 12 innings of work. David Rackley to call the balls and strikes. Ted Barrett and Jim Wolf will be the base umpires. We'll be back with more from Mesa right after this timeout. We're back here in Mesa, Arizona, where the Indians and the Cubs wrap up Cactus League play. And the umpires exchanging the lineup cards right now. Here in Mesa, another home run hitters park, as we saw over the weekend. 340 down the left field line, and then it is 350 down the right field line. The amps here are 390, 410 to dead center. The Cubs are wrapping up their 31st year of play here in Mesa, and they are by far the most popular team in Arizona. They set a new Cactus League record this year, drawing over 195,000 fans, as they average just under 12,000 per home date. The Indians also set a club record for attendance, as the Indians nearly hit the 100,000 mark in attendance this year in Goodyear. And Mike, everybody is ready to get on that plane, get to Houston. I think everybody would like to be going to Texas. By that I mean Arlington, and starting the season in a couple of days, but 2 more exhibition games to go, and really there's nothing else to be decided other than you guys getting a little more work in.
Yeah, I think everybody is ready right now, Tom, and Anthony Reyes certainly has had a tremendous spring. The one thing about Anthony is that you just hope that he continues to stay healthy. This has been an interesting contrast in spring training from the standpoint that you got a number of guys pitching very well and other guys not pitching so well, and you wonder about the excuse, if it is the slippery baseball and tough to get the grip, but certainly it hasn't affected Anthony Reyes. We saw Kerry Wood pitch yesterday, and let's just hope that it's a glitch, as we say, with guys like Cliff Lee, who has struggled, and he can find it by opening day. But one more test here for Anthony Reyes, and the Indians are going to be tested. We'll see a few of their frontliners early here, but Ryan Dempster is a pretty good one.
Ryan Dempster is one of the top starters down the National League after being a closer. He went back into the rotation last year. His whole career has been all about staying healthy.
Yeah, and when he is a very good pitcher. He's got power stuff, a power arm, throws in the low to mid 90s, and as you said, very versatile, Tom. He's been able to, he joined guys like Tom Gordon and John Smoltz in terms of what they have accomplished as starters and relievers, and I think Derek Lowe is in that category as well, but he's a good one.
Here we go. Ryan Dempster, 2-2 this spring with an ERA of 2.70. He's made 5 previous starts. He has struck out 19 and walked 7 in 23 innings. Dempster will face Grady Sizemore, Jamie Carroll, and Shin-Soo Choo here in inning number 1. Dempster into the motion, and today's first offering is bunted third base side foul, and we're underway here in Hohokam Park in Mesa. 73 degrees. Another beautiful day here in Arizona, and it's been that way all spring long. Grady hitting .385 with a homer and 9 RBI. The Cubs today have Alfonso Soriano in left. The Cubs, and we didn't see him the other day, have Kosuke Fukudome in center field as the pitch swung on and missed. Good off speed at 0-2. Joey Gathright in right. Then they got the youngster today, Micah Hoffpower, at first. The second baseman, Mike Fontenot. Andres Blanco at short. Bobby Scales at third, and Coy Hill doing the catching. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch, and Sizemore is down on 3 pitches to start today's ballgame. Ryan Dempster is one of 4 pitchers that are still in the big leagues to make 150 starts and record at least 85 saves. Tom Gordon, John Smoltz, Derek Lowe, the others. The wind to pitch, and it's in there to Jamie Carroll. Last year, he became just the second pitcher since 1969 to record 25 saves one year, and then the next year win 17 or better. Carroll fouling it off at the plate, and the count 0-2. The other to do that was former Tiger John Hiller. So Ryan Dempster, who always wanted to be a starter, has gotten his wish, and boy, has he made the most of it. started his career with the Florida Marlins, and like so many others, left there, went to Cincinnati, and now has found a home at Wrigley. 2-strike pitch, check swing. Carroll went around, strike 3. Was in the dirt. He chased the slider, and Dempster has struck out a pair here to start the ballgame.
Well, Ryan Dempster is, no question about it, a strikeout type pitcher. He's got that kind of stuff. He was a closer, and that carries over, although when you're pitching 9 innings as opposed to 1 inning, you pace yourself a little bit more, but he certainly has enough pitches.
Now Shin-Soo Choo takes its low ball 1. Well, he was the Cubs closer for 3 years, from 05 through 07. He saved 33, then 24, then 28 games before going into the rotation last year. Choo hammers one to deep right. Forget about it. Way out of here for Shin-Soo Choo. Just his second hit this spring, and a no doubt about it home run to right field puts the Tribe on top 1-0. And Choo, who's been battling to get his timing back because of the lack of at-bats, both with the Indians and then with South Korea in the WBC, hit a bomb.
Well, that's a good sign now that we're seeing Choo get his stroke. Travis Hafner yesterday had 3 base hits and another home run. He feels that he's swinging the bat very well right now.
Here's Johnny Peralta. Peralta batting .414. He takes the first pitch strike. One nothing Tribe. We're in the first. Dempster the wind and the pitch. Slider down low, 1-1 the count. Dempster does something that I'm surprised he can get away with. When he is delivering to the plate, he takes his glove hand and he twists it a couple of ways as he's delivering to the plate. To me, that would really be distraction. The pitch. And it's down at the knees, strike 2 call.
Well, I guess, Tom, if he does it every time and it's a part of his delivery, it's you know, you're not trying to mess up the hitter.
He starts with his hands out in front of the body, well away from his chest. He delivers, and it's down low, 2-2. Haven't seen anybody else do that.
No.
But it works for Ryan Dempster. Originally drafted by Texas. The pitch swung on a weak chopper to the shortstop. Blanco sets and throws out his counterpart. But Shin-Soo Choo hits a bomb, and the Indians have a 1-0 lead. The Cubs are coming to bat.
Have you driven into your Ford store for tires lately? We have a full line of Goodyear, Michelin, Continental, and more. Here's what else we have. A price guarantee. That's right. If within 30 days of purchase, you find a lower current price ad on any tire sold at your Ford store, we'll beat it. Guaranteed. Hurry, this offer ends March 31st. See your participating dealer for details.
Tie your shoes, wear a helmet, and please be careful. As much as you try to keep your child out of harm's way, accidents happen. And when they do, you can count on a hospital with a pediatric emergency department, a separate unit with board-certified doctors and nurses specially trained to treat children's illnesses and injuries. Fairview Hospital on the west side, Hillcrest Hospital on the east side. Both are Cleveland Clinic hospitals, available 24 hours a day with the highest level of emergency care just for kids. To learn more, visit erforkids.org.
I have written a sea shanty in honor of McDonald's Filet-O-Fish deal.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here is the sandwich you can't resist.
It's McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
It's got a taste that you'll relish.
That's McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
It's catchy. And where did the chorus come from?
Right now, you can enjoy 2 tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $3.33 at McDonald's. 2 for $3.33. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time offer. The singing of sea shanties is optional, although highly entertaining.
Arg!
In the lineup of Ohio's natural gas suppliers, Direct Energy is one of the heavy hitters. More than 250,000 residential and small business customers in the Buckeye State have already chosen simple solutions and peace of mind for their natural gas needs. At Direct Energy, we know life is complicated enough. We keep our pricing plans as straightforward as possible and our service options easy to understand. After all, you're choosing a natural gas plan, not trying to hit a major league fastball. Learn more at directenergy.com/GoTribe.
Anthony Reyes on the hill today for the Indians. It's a 1-0 Tribe lead, bottom of the first, and Alfonso Soriano leads it off for the Cubs. Right-hander Anthony Reyes having a tremendous spring, pumps and fires, and he misses outside, ball one. Reyes fastball, curve, and changeup. 27-year-old right-hander, 6'2", 230. Pitched very well for the Indians last year coming from the Cardinals. The pitch, and it's swung on, belted to deep right field. Back to the wall is Crow, and this game is tied. In the bullpen, an opposite field home run for Alfonso Soriano. His 5th of the spring. He blasted 29 for the Cubs a year ago. And we're back to even. A couple of pitches into the bottom of the first inning.
Don't tell me this is going to be like yesterday.
Ooh. Now, the ball really carries. The difference today from yesterday, we don't have the wind we had yesterday. So those two balls have really been hit here to start this game. Here's Joey Gathright. 7 left-handed hitters in the lineup, including Gathright, who bunts one out in front of the plate. Fielded in fair territory by Shopik, who throws to first to retire Gathright. Good play by the Indians catcher. Shin-Soo Choo in left, Grady Sizemore in center with Trevor Crow in right. Ryan Garco at first as Grubel Cabrera at second. Johnny Peralta at short, Jamie Carroll at third, and the catcher Kelly Shopik. Anthony Reyes has now given up 2 runs all spring. Coming into today, he had given up 1 run on 7 hits in 12 innings. 2 walks, 7 Ks. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the left by Fukudome. Kosuke Fukudome out of Japan. Started off terrifically last year and then really tailed. Finished the year batting .257, 10 homers, 58 RBI. Left-handed hitter. Fukudome looks at a pitch that drops in there for strike 2. The line by Reyes, the pitch. Swung on, line to the shortstop, Johnny Peralta, and Fukudome is out, number 2. Fukudome, the .305 lifetime hitter in his 9 years in Japan before coming overseas. Micah Hoffpower to the plate, left-handed hitting first baseman. He'll bat with 2 down and the base is empty. We're tied at 1 in inning 1. And Indian 6-pack ticket plans are available right now. Reyes, the line in the pitch, swung on, hit foul out of play to the left. 10 different 6-packs to choose from, including a Fireworks 6-pack, Kids Monday 6-pack, and the STO Central Division Rivals 6-pack. As an added bonus, purchase any Indian 6-pack and get a free ticket for the June 1st game with New York. Now the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a curve in the dirt, and Hoffpower couldn't hold up. 0-2 the count. Always go online to Indians.com to find out all of your ticket information. Cubs expect 6,000 here today. For them, that's a small crowd. The 0-2 swung on, a smash on one hop to Garco. Karem's off him. The second baseman Cabrera picks up the Karem and throws to Reyes covering. 3-4-1 on the out. Soriano, though, ties the game with a bomb of his own. 1-1 after 1. the second inning in a game tied at 1. There's already one out as Ryan Garko bounced out to first. Now Kelly Shopik hitting .240, 5 homers, 9 RBIs. Get those postcards into base hit bonus with Giant Eagle. P.O. Box 391 200. Solon, Ohio 44139. And starting Monday, we'll have the Giant Eagle base hit bonus inning. Ryan Dempster into the line in the pitch to Kelly Shopik. And it's over, a called strike. We'll see the Cubs Father's Day weekend, a 3-game series at Wrigley Field, all-day games. That will be fun. Dempster's pitch, and it's in there, a fastball for strike 2. Ryan Dempster was originally drafted by Texas. They traded him to Florida in the trade that involved John Burkett and Rick Helling. The 0-2. Ooh, just missed down and in with a slider, 1-2. Florida eventually traded him to Cincinnati for Juan Encarnacion, Wilton Guerrero, and a minor league pitcher. Now the wind in the pitch, a swing and a miss on a slider in the other batter's box. Dempster strikes out Shopik. He has struck out 3, and we're only in the second inning. Eventually, he was released by the Cincinnati Reds, and the Cubs signed him, and he resurrected his career. He's a guy that had a lot of injury issues, eventually had Tommy John elbow surgery, but he's healthy now, and he's a good one. As Dribble Cabrera taking, it's the fastball strike. Cabrera batting left-handed. Game tied at 1, 2 outs, nobody on. Cabrera hitting .306 with a homer, 8 RBIs. The wind and pitch. Swung on, a weak chopper to the first baseman. Off power, underhand flip to Dempster, and the Indians go quietly. Game tied at 1, middle of the second.
Attention, citizens of Junior Nation. We know how much you love Dale Jr.
Junior! Yeah, man!
How thrilling it is to get his picture,
Junior!
his autograph.
Junior! Oh, man! He said best wishes! I'm best friends with Dale Jr. Wahoo!
Imagine the thrill of winning Junior's gear.
Say what?
The next time you drink Amp Energy could be a great moment, because that could be the moment you win Dale Jr.'s authentic number 88 gear.
Woo!
Gear you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah!
The same gear worn by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his number 88 crew. Enter the can codes from Amp Energy cans at ampenergy.com, and Junior stuff could be your stuff. Go to ampenergy.com for details. Amp up.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules found at www.ampenergy.com. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 or over. Void where prohibited and 5209.
My husband's not so fond of my little spending sprees, but thanks to Giant Eagle's gift card selection, I've turned my shopping into big-time savings. With every $50 I spend on gift cards at Giant Eagle, we get 10 cents off per gallon in fuel perks. Now my husband happily encourages my shopping.
Using gift cards from Giant Eagle and GetGo could save you hundreds of dollars in gas each year, making gift cards with fuel perks almost better than cash. Everyday savings, only at Giant Eagle. Every day easier. At participating locations. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
KeyBank Kids Fun Days at Progressive Field. A great value for you and your family. Every Sunday is KeyBank Kids Fun Day. Arrive early and enjoy 2 hours of free pregame entertainment on Gateway Plaza, including inflatables, face painters, and caricature artists. Plus, save big with the KeyBank Fun Bunch 4-pack. Available for all Sunday Tribe games. Get 4 game tickets, 4 Pepsis, and 4 hot dogs or slices of pizza for as low as $51. More information is at Indians.com. Indians Baseball. Are you in the tribe?
Mike Fontenot leads off the Cubs' second inning. We are tied at 1, and he takes ball 1 from Anthony Reyes. Fontenot, a .306 hitter this spring, left-handed hitting second baseman. Reyes delivering, and it's upstairs, ball 2. Anthony Reyes will pitch Game 5 of the 2009 season. That'll be the next pitch. High again, ball 3. He'll pitch against the Toronto Blue Jays on that Easter weekend on Saturday. Scott Lewis will pitch the home opener on Good Friday against the Blue Jays. Now the 3-0, And it missed outside, a 4-pitch walk.
I think they both stay down here, don't they, Tom, and get some work, I believe, down here before heading to Cleveland.
And the Indians splitting up their left-handers, not wanting Scott Lewis and Cliff Lee to pitch back-to-back. So Lee will open up on Monday, followed by Fausto Carmona on Wednesday, and then Carl Pavano on Thursday in Texas. Bobby Scales, third baseman, switch hitter, takes a changeup that floats outside, and Kelly Shopik heads to the mound to deliver the baseball after 5 pitches missed.
Yeah, right now, Anthony is just a little lazy with his backside, the arm getting through, not quite finishing his pitches off, and as a result, leaving everything up and away.
Well, Scales, a AAA player, last year batted .320, 15 homers, 59 ribbies. Runner at first, nobody out, game tied at 1. Reyes dealing, and he caught the outside corner. 1-1 to count. Tickets are now available for the new AM/PM. It's the all-you-can-eat seats. Tickets are $32. They include unlimited hot dogs, popcorn, peanuts, nachos, Pepsi products. Find out more, Indians.com. Toss to first and diving back is Fontenot. Now the set and the pitch, and it's a tad inside, and the count 2-1. We've talked all spring about tough to gauge pitchers and hitters in this Arizona climate. And if you look in the American League, as far as exhibition play, the 6 worst teams in earned run average all play here in Arizona. The pitch swung on, foul back, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The bottom 5 pitching staffs in National League exhibition play also reside here in Arizona. There's a difference of almost a run and a half higher ERA in Arizona than Florida. The 2-2 curved down in the dirt, full count. And the top 10 individual spring earned run average leaders, if you look at individual pitchers, the 10 best ERAs in all of spring, they're all training in Florida. So that pretty much bears everything we've talked about all spring long. Now the set by Reyes. Payoff pitch, Fontenot running. It's way outside. So back-to-back walks as Scales draws a free ride. Fontenot to second, and now Andres Blanco, switch-hitting shortstop, will come to the plate and bat left-handed. Blanco hitting .280 this spring with a homer and 8 ribbies. Cubs coming off back-to-back divisional titles in the National League Central, but then in back-to-back Octobers, they were swept in 3 games in the first round of the playoffs in both 2008 and 2007. Reyes delivery, and it's a strike at the knees. Last year was the stunner because they were wiped out by a Dodger team that won the West and finished with 84 wins.
Yeah, kind of hung on to win it.
Cubs won 97 games, 13 more than the Dodgers. It didn't matter come October. A look at second, the pitch. Swung on, and a changeup blooped to right. Near the line, Crow coming hard. He won't get there. It's a base hit. Our bloop single to shallow right near the line loads the bases for the Cubs with nobody out. So Fontenot to third, Scales to second. Blanco to first. Here's Coy Hill, the catcher. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. He had a good year at AAA last year, batting .275, 17 homers, 64 ribbies. Indians infield, double play depth. Jamie Carroll at third is near the cut of the grass. Everybody else is back. Hill played a bit the other way in the outfield, toward left, not that deep. The pitch to him. Swung on, he rips one into right center. That's a gapper. This ball goes all the way to the wall. Fontenot, Scales, and Blanco will score. Hill makes the turn on his way to third, sliding with a triple. A 3-run triple up the alley in right center for Coy Hill, giving him 11 RBIs this spring. And Anthony Reyes has walked 2 and has given up a single and a triple here in the second, and still nobody out.
Well, just like yesterday when all those runs were scored, control problems led to a lot of the damage done, and right here, the 2 walks to start the inning. A big problem for Anthony Reyes.
Now Ryan Dempster, the pitcher, with the infield drawn in. Dempster, right-handed batter. He takes the swing, grounds one foul, third base side. Cubs now lead it 4-1 on a 3-run triple here in the second. Each team got a solo homer in the first, Cubs with 3 in the second, and still nobody out with the infield drawn in. Reyes will work out of the stretch. The set and the 0-1. In there, strike 2. I don't think we ever thought the Indians pitching staff would ever say, I can't wait to get to the ballpark in Arlington.
Yeah, that tells you how tough it's been down here, doesn't it?
That'll be a pitcher's park compared to this. Now the 0-2 delivery. Curveball swung on, fouled off to the right. Reyes has had trouble getting the ball down today. That curveball was up enough that Dempster was able to go out and fight it off. Dempster actually looks like he knows what he's doing when he's in there. Swings at least looks good swinging the bat. The pitch to him. Swung on, fouled back. And the count stays 0-2.
Another ball that was left up on an 0-2 pitch.
I know it's spring training, but it's amazing to me that you do not see anybody get knocked off the plate, even though the pitcher's getting his brains beaten in. 3-0, or I should say a 3-run Cubs second to make it 4-1 Cubs. The pitch. Curveball swung on, blew to right. Base hit. Dempster just went out and flicked it into right. That'll score Coy Hill. 4 runs in, 5-1 Cubs. Dempster with a good piece of hitting.
Well, Carl Willis is going to head out to the mound. I don't know what he can tell him about that. Dempster almost just threw the bat at that ball. It was probably a ball. But somehow he was able to make contact, and Ryan Garco was playing about halfway at first base, and he just flicked it right over the head of Garco.
So the Cubs lead it 5-1 with a 4-run second, and still nobody out. Dempster, the runner at first, go back to the top of the order. Carl Willis heads back to the third base dugout.
He may be the happiest man to be leaving Arizona right now, Carl Willis.
Alfonso Soriano hit a solo homer to right, his first time up, his 5th of the spring. Started as the second baseman with the Yankees, now strictly an outfielder. Reyes delivering, Soriano taking a high fastball. The next offering, curve down and away, ball 2, 2-0. This ballpark seats 13,000. It'll be half filled today. Reyes is ready. He deals. Down low, 3-0. Soriano. See if he's swinging here at 3-0. The pitch to him. He took it. It was in there. Strike one. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody out. 4 runs in. Dempster at first. 5-1 Chicago in inning number 2. The next delivery from Reyes. Swung on and missed. Full count. Swear nobody that's a Cubs fan comes to the game without something on them indicating who they root for. Whether it's a hat, jersey, T-shirt, you name it. The payoff pitch. Ball 4, low and away. 3 walks in the inning. 6 in a row have reached to start the second inning off Anthony Reyes. Dempster to second, Soriano to first. Joey Gathright tried to bunt his way on. Bunted out in front of the plate and was thrown out by Kelly Shopping. 2 on, nobody out, 4 runs in. 5-1 Cubbies here in the second inning. Gathright, left-handed batter. Saw him last year with Kansas City. The pitch to him. He swings and loops it foul, third base seating area. Strike one. Indians pull in at the corners for Gathright because he's a threat to bunt every time he's up there. Reyes looking into Kelly Shopping. Now he sets. Checks second, comes to the plate, and the pitch slashed foul left side again.
About the only area that the Cubs didn't excel in last year, Tom, is that stolen base category, although they did steal 87 bases, most of that coming from Alfonso Soriano. Gathright can help them in that regard if he is playing and they use him up front like this 1-2 combination. But the Cubbies were up there in just about every other offensive category.
Now the set, the pitch. Again, it's fouled, straight back this time.
But you better be if you play in Wrigley. You better score some runs.
Yep, 0-2 the count. When the wind blows in, Wrigley becomes a very difficult hitter's park, and much like Progressive Field, a good portion of April and May, that wind is blowing in. But boy, when it blows out, look out. The 0-2. Curveball swung on, tapped foul off the foot of Gathright, back to the mound. Still an 0-2 count. Cubs, of course, thought they were headed to the World Series in 2003 when Florida won it all. They had the Marlins down 3-1 in the NLCS. Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor couldn't get it done. Now the set, the 0-2. Swung on a little looping liner to left on a changeup. Gathright served it the other way. Another changeup that was up, and that allowed Gathright to poke it to left, and the bases are loaded again on the single to left, and that'll bring up Kosuke Fukudome. And the Indians' bullpen is still quiet. Reyes has to get his work in.
Yeah, but that's been a problem, Tommy. The same kind of a pitch, really, to Dempster. Had 2 strikes on him, the pitcher, and couldn't get it down in the zone. Right there to Gathright, hanging changeup. So not only has he walked 3, but he's had issues in the strike zone as well with changeups that had stayed up.
So here is Kosuke Fukudome, lined out to short his first time up. Cubs have not been to the World Series since they played the Tigers in 1945. They lost that one in 7 games. 5-1 Cubs. There's a good off-speed pitch that is swung on and missed. Strike one. In 1945, that marked the Cubs' 7th consecutive World Series defeat. But it's been a long drought since they've even been to the Fall Classic. Fastball runs outside in the count of 1-1. Cubs lost to the Tigers in 45, the Tigers in 1935. Lost to the Yankees in 32, the Athletics in 29, the Red Sox in 1918. The 1-1 swung on, fouled back in the count of 1-2. In fact, the Red Sox hadn't won the World Series since 1918, and now they've won it twice this decade. Cubs lost to the Athletics again in 1910. The last time the Cubs won it all, they beat the Tigers in 1908. So 101 years and counting. The pitch to Fukudome. Change up, and he lines it up the middle. Diving grab at second by Cabrera. Throw to second, gets away from Peralta. That will enable Dempster to score from third. Cabrera made a sensational diving grab on a bullet up the middle. From his belly, trying to make a backhanded flip to Peralta to double up Soriano at second. And it was not caught by Peralta. The ball caromed away, and that enabled Dempster to score from third.
Yeah, they'd have had him at second base, no question about it. But I think when it came out of the glove, it went down and away, and Johnny had trouble getting to it.
2 down, runners at first and second, 6-1 Cubs. Here's Micah Hoffpower, the 9th man to bat in the inning, and he takes it in there a strike. They charged the Indians with an error, and they're charging it on the throw by Cabrera. The set. The 1-0 swung on, fouled back and out of play, and the count is 1-1. So the Cubs have scored 5 here in the second. Right now, that last run is unearned. But it was a sensational diving catch up the middle by Cabrera. Otherwise, Fukudome has a 2-run single. 1 down, 2 men on. The pitch. Swung on, broken bat, smash in the ground to first. Garco goes to second one. Peralta throws it to first. Nobody was there. Tried to hold up on the throw. Bounced it. It goes into foul territory to the tarp. That'll enable Soriano to score from second. That'll be another error, this one on Peralta. Reyes was late getting to the bag, and it looked like Peralta, on his relay to first, was trying to not throw it, and then just threw it in the dirt.
Yeah, he tried to just put it in his back pocket. He started with the arm moving forward to throw to first base. Garco was deep, Tom. He was playing behind the runner, and after he made that play, no way he was going to be able to get to the bag. And I don't know whether Anthony Reyes just had a brain cramp or what, but he never got there.
And now the guy that started it with a walk, Mike Fontenot. 2 down, runner at first, and a pitch that's in there, a strike. So the Indians have looked like they've already checked out and ready to get to Houston, because they do not look very sharp here. 2 errors in the inning. Cubs have now scored 6 in the inning, lead 7-1. Swing and a miss on a slow curve to Fontenot, and the count goes to 0-2. Reyes is ready. He delivers way high with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cubs this inning have banged out 4 hits and scored 6 times. The Indians have helped them with a couple of miscues as well. Fontenot, who walked to start the inning and scored, awaits the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Way high and outside, a fastball running away, and the count 2-2. And Reyes has made a boatload of pitches this inning. And the Indians have stirring in the bullpen. Bullpens are located back to back. The Indians bullpen elevated and behind the Cubs bullpen in right field beyond the wall. Now the 2-2 offering. Swung on, lined foul, third base seating area. Fontenot hanging in there, 2-2. Indians and Astros tomorrow night and Saturday, then the opener on Monday. It'll be Cliff Lee and Kevin Millwood on Monday for the opener at the ballpark in Arlington. Anthony Reyes. It's been a long, long second inning. He has been laboring as he fires, and it's a swing and a miss. He finally ends it with a strikeout of Fontenot. But the Cubs send 10 men to the plate and score 6 times. 7-1. Cubs lead it, 2 in the books.
Trevor Crowe leading off here in the third inning. Now a 7-1 Cubs lead. And it was a long time for Ryan Dempster to sit in the dugout. There's a strike to Crowe. 1 ball, 1 strike, although Dempster spent some time on the base pass and scored a run, drove in a run. Cubs scoring 6 times on 4 base hits. Strike called at the knees taken by Trevor. Anthony Reyes walked 3, gave up 4 hits. The Indians committed 2 errors defensively. 1-2 the count. Crowe backs away from an inside fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mike Egan, Tom Hamilton with you. Final game here in the Cactus League. 2 more spring training exhibition games to go as we head to Houston after the ball game today. Hit up the middle, and that's the base hit. 2-2 the count, and Crowe will try to go to second base and does. Fukudome a little late getting over there. And Trevor Crowe utilizing that speed. That ball kind of died in the grass in right center field. And Trevor Crowe hustling all the way into second base with a double. Here's Andy Marte batting for Reyes, so Anthony Reyes will pitch just 2 innings today. Swing and a miss on a sinking fastball from the right-hander Ryan Dempster. Strike called, and it's 0-2. Final line on Anthony Reyes. He spoiled some pretty good spring numbers with his performance today. Reyes gave up 7 runs, 6 earned in the dirt, stopped by the catcher, and the runner will not advance. Trevor Crowe stays at second base, but Reyes walked 3. He struck out 1 and gave up a home run. Not the way Anthony Reyes wanted to finish spring training. That one hit high. It's hit deep. Way back and gone. A home run for Andy Marte. Ryan Dempster got 2 strikes on Marte, and he teed off on him, hit one into the grass area behind the left center field fence, and it's a 7-3 ball game, and here we go. Just like yesterday, a couple of pretty good pitchers, and in the case of Reyes, he lost his command and then gave up some base hits. Here, Dempster not able to put hitters away, had 2 strikes on Crowe, gave up the double, had 2 strikes on Marte, gave up the home run. So Andy Marte homers, and Grady Sizemore takes a strike. The next offering to Sizemore, swing and a miss on a changeup, an off-speed pitch. Andy Marte with his 2nd home run of the spring. Grady Sizemore, his first time up. Grady struck out on a changeup. Grady batting .385 this spring. The pitch high and outside. It misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-3 Cubs. Sizemore batting here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Indians have scored a pair, and that's outside. 2-2. We've had 3 now, 2-2 counts. And in the first 2 count situations, a double and a home run. See what they do here. The pitch, swing and a miss, got him with another changeup. So he's pitched Sizemore like he's working in the World Series. That's his 4th strikeout. And another good off-speed pitch gets Sizemore for the 2nd time. Here's Jamie Carroll, who struck out. His first time up. Jamie playing 3rd base today. Bobby Scales, the 3rd baseman, in on the grass, but this one is lined down the left field line into the corner. It's going to be extra bases for Jamie Carroll. Jamie thinking 3, takes the wide turn now, pulls up and goes back to the bag as the left fielder Soriano got into that corner and got it back to the infield. So a double for Jamie Carroll. 3 hits in the inning now off Ryan Dempster, and Shin-Soo Choo, who homered his first time up, will stand in against the Cubs right-hander Ryan Dempster. Choo hit one into the right field bullpen. Swings and misses that time. Actually, in this ballpark, as you look, both bullpens are in right field. The Indians' bullpen is behind the Cubs' pen. Choo hit his home run into the first pen. That one in the dirt, bounced in front of the home plate area and stopped by the catcher. Johnny Peralta waiting on deck. Carroll, the runner at second base. And the pitch to Choo, swings and fouls it off to the left. Into the seats, out of play. This ballpark about maybe half full today. Lots of empty seats down the left and right field line, and the grassy areas behind the fence are not full. The next offering, strike 3 called, and I think Shu knew it. He was looking away. He kind of turned inside as that ball passed him, but it caught the corner. And Dempster has given up 3 runs, including a pair of home runs, but he has now struck out 5. Called third strike there, and a pretty good fastball. Sometimes the hitter will go on how a pitcher works to another hitter, maybe a similar hitter, as Peralta takes down low, and Chu just may have been looking for a changeup, because both times that Dempster got 2 strikes on Grady Sizemore, he struck him out with changeups away. And Chu might have been guessing right there and didn't get it. He got a fastball inside. Couldn't pull the trigger. Peralta takes the strike. Johnny Peralta grounded out. His first time up. Outside off the plate, I will never forget Don Mincher, who played with the Oakland A's and Seattle Pilots, Minnesota Twins. We were teammates in Seattle. And Don Mincher hit a home run on a 1-2 changeup one day and came back to the dugout. Said, "Boy, I was looking for that." I said, "How can you look for a 1-2 changeup?" He said, "Because he threw it to you." I said, "Okay," and struck you out. But a lot of good hitters will just look at how pitchers pitch other guys, strike call, and maybe sit on a pitch and hope you get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Cubs 7 and the Indians 3. Cubs with 6 runs off Anthony Reyes in the second inning. They sent 10 batters to the plate. The next pitch is fouled back. It was 73 degrees here at game time. A little breeze blowing out towards center field. The next offering down low, full count. So both pitchers here, Dempster and Reyes, have thrown a lot of pitches early. Full count on Johnny Peralta with 2 outs. Ryan Garco standing on deck with Carroll at second. Carroll going. This one hit foul. There is a hole big enough to drive 2 semis through up the middle, with Blanco playing Peralta over to pull at shortstop, and Fontenot spread. Now Fontenot's going to come over a little closer to the bag. Jamie Carroll had a huge lead and a big jump. That's why he took off with 2 outs. Not going this time, and Peralta hits a weak ground ball to third, charged by the third baseman Scales, and he throws him out. Nice play by Scales to get that ball before it took a short hop. And the inning is over. The Indians score a pair, but they trail 7-3.
Attention, citizens of Junior Nation. We know how much you love Dale Jr.
Junior! Yeah, man!
How thrilling it is to get his picture,
Junior!
his autograph.
Junior! Oh, man! He said best wishes! I'm best friends with Dale Jr. Woohoo!
Imagine the thrill of winning Junior's gear.
Say what?
The next time you drink Amp Energy could be a great moment, because that could be the moment you win Dale Jr.'s authentic number 88 gear.
Woo!
Gear you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah!
The same gear worn by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his number 88 crew.
Woo!
Enter the can codes from Amp Energy cans at ampenergy.com, and Junior stuff could be your stuff. Go to ampenergy.com for details. Amp up.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules found at www.ampenergy.com. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 or over. Void where prohibited and 5209.
I'm at the stage where affording early retirement becomes
reverse portfolio management,
and planning it with my advisor becomes fundamental.
At Key Private Bank, our advisors establish a long-term strategic asset mix while managing your portfolio for market changes. To find out more, call 1-877-634-2968 or visit key.com/KPB. Key Private Bank. Bank and trust products from Key Bank National Association, member FDIC. Investment products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, may lose value, are not insured by any federal or state government agency.
Painting is a fast, affordable way to make a big difference. At Ace, we make it easier with expert help and friendly advice. We'll show you practical tips and techniques used by professionals to get the results you're looking for. And you'll always find a wide selection of our high-quality paint, plus all the tools and supplies you'll need to get the job done right. At Ace, we keep painting simple, so you can enjoy the satisfaction of making a big difference for a small price. Ace, the helpful place.
Right-hander Matt Hergis will work here now in the bottom of the third inning, so a short outing for Anthony Reyes, who he worked only 2 innings. He threw a lot of pitches, walked 3, gave up 5 base hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Hergis makes his 8th appearance of the spring. Right-hander delivers, and first pitch swinging is Bobby Scales. Hits a 2-hopper to Garco at first. Ryan tags the bag, 1 out. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Cleveland Indians Radio Network. Mike Keegan, Tom Hamilton with you from Mesa, Arizona, Hohokam Park here in Mesa. Andres Blanco switch hitting shortstop, and Hergis delivers a strike. Matt Hergis, whose 40th birthday was yesterday. Fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. That one outside. He has 8+ years of big league experience. Has pitched with the Dodgers, Montreal, San Diego, the Giants, Florida, Colorado. He's been around. That pitch low and inside. Last year made 58 appearances at Colorado. Indians signed him in the offseason as a minor league free agent. The next pitch, swing and a miss. High heat. Oh, I'd make that 2-2 on Blanco. Hergis ready. The 2-2. And Blanco swings and misses. So Hergis coming in and throwing strikes. Has 2 down, and he'll face Coy Hill, who cleared the bases with a triple in the second inning. Bases loaded triple, and drove in 3 runs. Hill, another switch hitter. The Cubs have 3 straight switch hitters in the lower part of their batting order. As Hill takes outside, ball 1. Scales, Blanco, and Hill are all switch hitters. Coy Hill last year at Iowa hit 17 home runs. The next pitch is hit in the air to shallow left, and it will drop for a base hit. Hit it right off the end of the bat. So Hill is 2 for 2. It is tough if you are a young position player to crack the Cubs lineup. They've got some pretty good offensive players up and down their batting order. Ryan Dempster up there with 2 outs, and he hits a weak ground ball to short. Peralta waits back, takes the big hop, and underhands it to Cabrera, covering second to end the inning. So we have completed 3 here today, and the Cubs lead it 7-3. Back here in Arizona, where we now move to the 4th inning, and Ryan Garco will lead things off against Ryan Dempster. Ryan Garco grounded out in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 today, and Dempster starts him off with an off-speed pitch for a strike. Well, the Indians High Achievers Kids Club, presented by KeyBank, is a free program for all kids grades K through 8. Breaking ball fouled off. Members receive exclusive access to KeyBank Kids Fun Days, a welcome package including a letter from Tribe Manager Eric Wedge, and many more prizes based on academic performance. Sign up by visiting Indians.com/highachievers. The next offering, high and inside, misses with the fastball. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander Ryan Dempster, 17-game winner last year. And Ryan Garco took a fastball right down the middle. Dempster just pounded the middle of the strike zone about belt high, and Garco watched it go by. That's the 7th strikeout for Dempster. One down, Kelly Shopik. And Shopik drills one to the gap in right center field. Shopik rounding first. He will hold and go back to the bag, as that time Fukudome over and gets it back quickly. So Kelly Shopik has a 1-out single. Paging through the Cubs media guide, we have a chart here. We always talk about the wind blowing at Wrigley and blowing in Chicago. And they have done a 5-year chart on wind blowing out, wind blowing in, and crosswind as Drupal Cabrera tried to bunt Third baseman Scales was up on the grass. But over the last 5 years, at the start of a ball game, the wind has been blowing in 52% of the time.
There's always this misnomer. It's the great hitter's part.
Yeah.
It's not when it blows in.
That pitch outside, it was blowing out 31% of the time, and they had a crosswind, 15%. So that one fouled out of play. 68% of the time, Tom, the wind is either blowing in or across. It really isn't. It's a factor, but it's not necessarily a factor for long ball. So, but when it blows out, it's like playing here in Arizona. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Well, the book on Dempster is that he is a strikeout pitcher, and he has gone by that book today. That is his 8th strikeout. But this is a guy who was a closer, and he has power stuff. He also has pretty good off-speed stuff, changeup and curveball. 2 out. Here's Trevor Crowe. Foul back by Crowe. Damaso Espino is on deck. He will pinch hit if his spot comes to the plate this inning. There's a strike. 0-2 on Trevor Crowe. Trevor doubled leading off the third inning and scored. Popped him up into center field. Fukudome with the glove shading the glasses, shading the eyes, and makes the catch. That sun is tough in center field, but he makes the play, and the inning is over. Cubs lead it 7-3.
Is Progressive.com an auto insurance utopia? Well, in a typical utopia, you spend hours frolicking in lush green meadows and splashing around in crystal clear waterfalls. But in an auto insurance utopia, you can compare Progressive rates to those of other top companies all in about 8 minutes, leaving you plenty of time for, well, frolicking. Start saving today at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. That's Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates, Mayfield, Ohio. Prices vary based on how you buy. Comparison rates available in most states and situations.
Welcome to Subway. What can I get you?
Hi. I was thinking about maybe a,
Any. $5
Who are you guys? Some kind of music video? Seriously, what's the deal?
Get any piled high regular footlong for just $5, like the Italian BMT and chicken and bacon ranch. Any regular footlong, $5. Don't miss it. Subway. Eat fresh.
Offering food, double stack, and free sandwiches. Prices and station may vary.
At Chrysler & Jeep, we're working to earn your trust in business with our best quality, fuel economy, and value ever. Announcing employee pricing plus Fly. Get our employee price, plus generous cash allowance on most 09 models. Plus, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR financing on select models, like Chrysler Town & Country and Jeep Grand Cherokee. See your local Chrysler or Jeep dealer today. Based on EPA estimates, financing through Chrysler Financial. Not all buyers will qualify. Employee price is the maximum price to be charged. $125 administration fee applies. Jeep and Chrysler are registered trademarks of Chrysler, LLC.
Getting ready for the big game takes a lot of work. But getting ready for a big project is easy when you visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store. Our experts are here to help. After all, painting and decorating is all we do. And now you can save up to 20% on our exceptional paint, stains, and more. Stop in. You'll be amazed what happens when you ask. For a store near you, visit SherwinWilliams.com. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Back here, we move to the bottom of the fourth inning, and a new pitcher for the Indians, right-hander Scott Roll. We've seen him before. Indians brought some extra pitching today, and they needed it because Anthony Reyes, if you're just joining us, worked just 2 innings. He had control problems. He also had command problems when he was in the strike zone. He made the pitches too good. He walked 3, gave up 5 hits in 2 innings of work. 7 runs, 6 earned. Scott Roll, a 6'1", 195-pound right-hander, delivers to Alfonso Soriano, and he paints the outside corner with a strike. Roll, out of Wisconsin. Born in Kenosha, resides in Summers, Wisconsin. Swing and a miss. Tom was born there. I spent a lot of time there. I'm not sure where Summers is.
I'm not either. I know where Kenosha is.
I was going to say, I don't know if it's down in the Kenosha area, down near Lake Geneva. That would be southeast Wisconsin. The 0-2 pitch, high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roll has been in the Indians organization since 2003, picked in the 10th round in 2003. Swing and a miss, good changeup. Got Soriano, 1 out. We were talking about the Cubs not having won a World Series since 1908. Of course, the Indians haven't won one since 1948. We were talking the last time these two teams play. Wouldn't it be something if they met in the World Series this year? High to Joey Gathright. But in 1908, you don't think, well, I wouldn't know any Cubs that were playing back then. Fouled out of play. You remember that double play combination, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Those guys were on that ball club. Frank Chance played first base. Johnny Evers. And Joe Tinker. You remember those 3 guys, don't you?
Sure heard about them.
Showed bunt, and it's a strike. I don't know why he didn't bunt. It was a good pitch. It was a high fastball right there. Although I think Gathright thought it might have been a ball.
What's amazing, Mike, you think they won it in 1908. They then went to 7 more World Series the next 37 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like going every 5 years to the World Series.
And not winning. 2-2 the count.
They weren't always the lovable losers.
No. I mean, as you look back at lineups and the history of the Cubs, so many great players started after. Do you go around? No, third base umpire said Gathright able to hold up, and it's a full count, 3-2. See, one of them down in the dugout right now. I think Billy Williams was down there earlier today. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Gathright must have been inside. Boy, it was right there. Kelly Shopik held the pose but didn't get the call, and Gathright will head to first. So Roll has struck out a batter. He has walked a batter. Here's Fukudome. Fukudome has been to the plate twice. He has hit the ball hard both times, but has nothing to show for it. There's a strike. Line to shortstop his first time up. Line to second base his last time to the plate. Fukudome, a left-handed hitter. Roll throws to first, and back head first with the dive is Gathright. Gathright, of course, good speed. Stole 21 bases last year with the Royals. It looks like he wants to run here. There he goes. The pitch is in the dirt. Kelly Shopik up with it, throws one hop to second base, and there was no way that Shopik was going to get him, even with a good throw. Gathright had a huge jump and steals the base. Now, Cleveland Indians single-game tickets now available. Pick up your tickets now for many of the marquee matchups this year. The Yankees visit. They'll be in town for a 4-game series May 29th through June 1st. Up high, 2-1. The Reds will be at Progressive Field June 26th, 27th, and 28th in interleague play. Visit an Indians team shop, Indians.com, or, of course, you can get your tickets right at Progressive Field. Swing and a miss really had him fooled. That was an Ichiro kind of swing right there.
Yeah.
A lot of these Japanese hitters, it looks like they're off balance when they swing. They take the big stride and get back on their heels. Looks like he was really fooled, and another good changeup from Roll. Hits this one to third, off the third baseman Carroll, but gets it and not in time. That ball looked like it might have hit off the glove or the knee of Jamie Carroll, bounced high, and when it came down, he recovered and threw to first, but Fukudome beat it out. That was a tough hop for Jamie. See how they score it. E5. Hit hard, but Jamie Carroll probably should have made the play. So here's Micah Hoffauer. And that one a strike at the knees. Runners at first and second, one out. Stepping off now is the pitcher, Rell. Runners at first and second. Cubs leading 7-3. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitcher set. And now, again, looking back, the runner at second base, Joey Gathright. The next offering is hit high in the air, but way out in front was Hoffauer, and he hit it out of the ballpark, but over the right field bleachers, way foul. So he was out in front of the pitch. It's 0-2. Hoffauer, a left-handed hitter, can play the outfield or first base. Made his big league debut last year. Swings and misses. Another good. It looks like a changeup. It's either a changeup or a splitter, something that he uses as an off-speed pitch, and it's been very effective so far. Here's Mike Fontenot, the second baseman now with 2 outs. Fontenot has walked and struck out. Pitch is fouled back on the screen. On 1 the count. Fontenot takes a strike. Outside corner with a fastball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Playing Fontenot, shading him a bit toward left in the dirt. Good stop by Kelly Shopik. Fontenot hit 9 home runs last year and drove in 40. That one popped up, out of play. He will have some trouble finding playing time. That one fouled down the left side, giving chase to third baseman Jamie Carroll, but it's in the seats. Cubs picked up Aaron Miles. He'll play second base. Ryan Theriot, the shortstop. Already the pitch hit on the ground into right field, a base hit. Charging is Crow. Throw to the plate is up the line, and a run will score. Trevor Crow got off a good throw, but it was up the third base line. That ball just found the hole between first and second. Not hit hard, but placed well, and a run will score. That's going to be an unearned run. Inning should be over after the error by Jamie Carroll. So runners at first and second again as Fukudome stayed at second base, and Chopik has to dig another ball out of the dirt. Rell keeps the ball down. Chopik has had his work cut out for him here in the fourth inning. Scales 0 for 1. He has walked and scored and grounded out. Strike over the outside corner taken by the Cubs third baseman today, Bobby Scales, another Iowa product from last year. Scales, Blanco, and Hill, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters today, all played at Iowa. Another strike call, this one on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Two on and two out. The pitch. It's swing and a miss, and it gets by Chopik. It'll go all the way to the backstop, and the runner will go to first base. So a strikeout, and they're going to call a wild pitch. Third strikeout of the inning. Chopik will go to the mound along with Carl Willis. The bases are loaded.
Well, this last week of spring training, Mike, it's been a week.
It hasn't been pretty, has it?
No.
In any aspect of the game, really. Errors, wild pitches, mental mistakes. It's almost, Tom, like we're back where we were the first week of spring training. That is, I mean, the regulars are ready, so you're using guys who wouldn't be here anyway at the end of ball games, and it doesn't count.
You really wonder what you're getting out of them.
Yep.
If any.
Bases loaded, Blanco at the plate. And this one hits the second base. It should do it. Cabrera, sure-handed, makes the play and throws him out. So the inning is over. The Cubs score an unearned run and lead it 8-3.
All kinds of changes for the Cubs as we go to the fifth inning. Tom Hamilton, Mike Egan with you. Cubs on top 8-3. Chad Godin, the right-hander, replaces Ryan Dempster on the hill. Indians have a pinch hitter. And the pitch is swung on and missed, or is it? No, this may be Scott Roll, the pitcher. Nobody knows, including the PA guy. Pitch swung on and missed. Guess it was Scott Roll. That's who we say it was. It's an out. Swing and a miss on the strikeout. This is one of those games you truly wonder why it's even being played. Guys look like on both sides that they have checked out some time ago, and all we're watching are minor leaguers now. Top of the order, here's a major leaguer, Grady Sizemore. Chad Godin's pitch, outside, ball one. Ryan Dempster went 4 innings today. Indians scored 3 runs off of him. He had 5 hits. He didn't walk anybody. Struck out 7. The changeup is swung on, and Grady lines a single to center. So Sizemore with 2 strikeouts his first 2 times up. Now he has a single to center, and of course we'll get a pinch runner. Wilson Valdez will pinch run for Grady Sizemore. Jamie Carroll will be the hitter. He has struck out and doubled. The Indians have been out hit 7-6. They trail at 8-3. Shin-Soo Choo a solo homer to right in the first inning. Andy Marte got a pinch hit 2-run homer to left center in the third. Godin facing Jamie Carroll. First pitch to him is high and wide, and it's ball one. The Bud Light Party Deck at Progressive Field is a great spot for your next group event. Game tickets start at just $40, include an all-you-can-eat buffet. Call 216-420-HITS. Godin delivering and Carroll sending one in the air foul, slicing to the right and into the lower deck. And the count on Jamie Carroll, a ball and a strike. Another bad start for an Indians hurler. This time it was Anthony Reyes that went 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, 6 earned. But it'll all be forgotten come Monday. Now the set and the pitch. It's a strike at the letters, 1-2 to count. Right-hander against right-hander. Godin's ready and fires. And the pitch is popped foul back and out of play. Eight 8-3 Cubs, 5th inning. Indians with a base runner. Nobody out. The pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Throw to second in plenty of time. As Hill throws out Wilson Valdez. 2-4 and the caught stealing. That wasn't even close. So the bases are empty, 1 down. Regular season game, the Indians aren't running there. But today it doesn't matter. Godin's pitch swung on, grounded in the hole. The shortstop, Blanco, backhanded it and then fell down. And he looks like he's shaken up. That'll be a base hit. Blanco went to the hole on a ball that was not hit hard, backhanded it, and fell down. And he's a little shaken up. The trainer out to check on him. So Jamie Carroll gets a base hit. So Taguchi's in left field. Joey Gathright moved from right to center. Brad Snyder, the former Indians first-round pick, is in right. Matt Camp now at second. Blanco is checking out the wheels, and he'll be okay. Ryan Dempster, when he was good today, he was outstanding. 7 strikeouts, no walks. But the Indians did reach him for a couple of home runs and scored 3 times. Shin-Soo Choo hit one of those home runs off Dempster, and no doubt about it, bombed to right in the first. Just his second hit of the spring. Struck out looking his next time. He checks and takes a called strike. 8-3 Cubs. We're in the 5th. Carroll at first with the 1 out. The next delivery down low, and the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll be in Houston tomorrow night, and then as well on Saturday afternoon. And the Indian season opener Monday afternoon against the Texas Rangers. Off day Tuesday, Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon in Texas. Godin got it over the inside corner, a strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Indians will go with Cliff Lee in the opener. Fausto Carmona on Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon, Carl Pavano. The next pitch, Chu sends a souvenir into the seats down the left field line, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun-drenched Thursday afternoon here in Mesa, Arizona. With the Cubs on top, 8-3, thanks to a 6-run second inning off Anthony Reyes. Godin's ready. The former Oakland A fires the breaking ball, and Chu hits it a ton to center. Gathwright's back. Gathwright is onto the front edge of the warning track and makes the catch. So that'll do it for the Indians. They leave a runner. They trail at 8-3. It's the middle of the 5th.
Have you driven into your Ford store for tires lately? We have a full line of Goodyear, Michelin, Continental, and more. Here's what else we have. A price guarantee. That's right. If within 30 days of purchase, you find a lower current price ad on any tire sold at your Ford store, we'll beat it. Guaranteed. Hurry, this offer ends March 31st. See your participating dealer for details.
I never considered surgery to treat my daughter's epilepsy until I heard about Cleveland Clinic's Epilepsy Center.
In 2008, our specialists performed over 300 surgeries to treat epilepsy. With the most advanced imaging technology, we're able to pinpoint, isolate, and treat the smallest possible area that causes seizures.
Now my daughter's living her life again.
Cleveland Clinic, ranked #1 in Ohio for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News & World Report. For an appointment within 48 hours, call 1-866-588-2264.
Always dreamed of sitting in field box seats at a Tribe game? Those perfect locations right behind the dugouts, so close to the field that you feel like you're a part of the action. Now it's easier and more affordable than ever with the Indian Spring Super Saver tickets. Save up to 50% off tickets for select Indians home games in April and May, and field box tickets for just $25. A great value for you and your family. Tickets are on sale now. Log on to Indians.com and get yours today. Indians baseball. Are you in the Tribe?
I have written a sea shanty in honor of McDonald's Filet-O-Fish deal.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here is a sandwich you can't resist.
It's McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
It's got a taste that you'll relish.
That's McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
It's catchy. And where did the chorus come from?
Right now, you can enjoy 2 tasty Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $3.33 at McDonald's. 2 for $3.33. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time offer. The singing of sea chanties is optional, although highly entertaining.
Hard!
Scott Roll works out of the set, and the first pitch to Coy Hill is blooped into shallow left, and Jamie Carroll racing down the third base line into shallow left with his back to home plate makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Carroll at third base today made a nice play to retire Coy Hill. Scott Roll in his second inning of work. Matt Camp, who now hits in the number 9 spot, playing at second base. Real bad left-handed here, and inning number 5 with the Indians. On the short end, trailing the Cubs by a score of 8-3. Cubs expected to win their 3rd straight Central Division title. First pitch outside, ball 1. right-hander is ready and rolls pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. Each team with 7 hits. The Indians have booted the ball around 3 different times. The pitch swung on, foul back in the count. 2 balls and a strike. The Cubs and Red Sox now play in the 2 oldest ballparks in baseball. The Cubs will be the first ones to get a look at the newest park, Yankee Stadium. That pitch swung on, a flare to left, coming on, sliding, and making a nice catch is Shin-Soo Choo. Choo went into that slide in shallow left to take a bloop hit away from Matt Camp, and that is out number 2. Cubs will be playing 2 exhibition games at the new Yankee Stadium. They'll be there tomorrow and Saturday before they open up the season next week in Houston. Top of the order now. So Taguchi, the batter. He's down left field. This will be his first at-bat. Right-handed hitter. 2 out, nobody on. 8-3 Cubs. Breaking ball is in there, a strike. The next offering, swung on, sliced to right, on the line, but right at Trevor Crowe. So Taguchi lines out. Cubs go in order. 5 innings in the books. Cubs 8, Indians 3. Chad Godin misses with his first offering to Johnny Peralta. 6th inning, Cubs 8, Indians 3. Peralta fouling it back in the count of 1-1. 2nd inning of work for Godin. Peralta with 2 groundouts today. Ryan Garco, Kelly Shopik slated to hit. Godin kicks and fires, and the pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Godin came in the big trade between the Cubs and Oakland last summer that sent Rich Harden from Oakland to Chicago. The next offering, breaking ball, and it's up high, 2-2 the count. Oakland, of course, was getting younger and tired of Rich Harden always being hurt. The wind and pitch, down and in, full count. Oakland in return Got 4 young players, and Sean Gallagher, one of those pitchers, could be a factor this year for Oakland. Now the wind and the pitch. Swung on, foul to the screen. And the count stays at 3-2. You know, it's not too late to become an Indians season ticket holder. You'll enjoy the best seat locations in the ballpark, great benefits, including discounted regular season tickets, postseason ticket priority, the wind and payoff, low ball 4. So Johnny Peralta works a walk to start the 6th. Also, there's the 20-game flex plan, where you pick the 20 games you'd like to see. Call 216-420-HITS. Josh Barfield, Josh will run it first for Johnny Peralta. Ryan Garko has bounced out and struck out. The pitch, and it's swung on, hit pretty well to right. Snyder going back on the track at the wall. This ball is gone. A 2-run home run to the Cubs bullpen. Ryan Garko hits a 2-run shot to right field. Snyder went back on that ball like he would catch it, and it just kept traveling. And Garko has his first home run of the spring, and the Indians trail it 8-5 here in the 6th. Here's Kelly Shopik, has struck out and singled. 3rd home run of the game for the Indians. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right.
Yeah, you'll take it, Tom, but that was a pretty routine out anyplace else.
Nothing routine here in Arizona.
No.
The next offering, a swing and a miss on a good breaking ball. I wonder what the college games are like with Arizona State and Arizona with aluminum bats. Nothing into the count. Godin, the wind, and the pitch. Another slider caught the inside corner, and Shopik's out looking. Second strikeout for Godin, 1 down here in the 6th. Indians down 8-5, and Asdrubal Cabrera 0 for 2 to the plate. He'll bat left-handed. Well, it's a good thing the Arizona Diamondbacks play indoors for the most part.
Yeah.
They've got the retractable roof. That pitch, Cabrera sends one deep left center. Gathright on the run near the track, reaches out, makes the catch, running out of the track in deep left center. Gathright in center field went a long way to the alley in left center to track that baby down. 2 down.
Pretty good play right there by Gathright, who has that tremendous closing speed, and he was playing Asdrubal about straight away. The way the ball carries here and the way that was hit, I didn't think there was any way he was going to get to it. But he made a nice play.
Not much of a breeze today. The flag barely moving. Here's Trevor Crow, has doubled and flied out. Switch hitter batting left-handed, replacing the injured David DeLucci on the opening day roster, and he takes the strike. 2 down, nobody on. Cubs 8, Indians 5. We're in the 6th from Mesa. The next delivery, in tight, almost nicked the jersey of Crow. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. Swung on a smash up the middle. Trevor Crow has his second base hit of the game. So he singles to center with 2 down, and Tomaso Espino, a catcher, will pinch hit for Scott Roll. Espino may even stay in the game and catch. We'll see. Scott Roll worked 2 innings in relief today for the Indians and gave up a run on 1 hit. That run was unearned. The pitch swung on. Espino sends one toward the gap in right center. It gets down for a base hit. Trevor Crow will scamper to third, and back-to-back singles. And the Indians have something going with 2 down. Espino with a pinch hit single to right center. Crow advancing to third, top of the order, and Wilson Valdez, who's now in center field for Grady Sizemore, batting for the first time. He pinch ran for Grady in the 5th. Crow at third, Espino at first. The Indians have out-hit the Cubs 10-7, but trail it 8-5 in the 6th inning. The set and the pitch, a swing and a miss on a slider down and away. Indians led this game 1-0. The next time they looked up, they were down 7-1. The pitch. Another slider, and Valdez pops it up foul. First base side. Deeds over and watches it drop into the seats. 0-2 the count. Cubs have Mark Johnson now catching. And Doug Deeds playing at first. This has turned into the Iowa Cubs and the Columbus Clippers. Now the set, throw to first and back with a dive is Espino. The right-hander deals. A slider that swung on and blooped into center field. It is going to get down for a base hit. That is going to score a run. The throw to third, Espino head first slide is tagged out. The run does count. Espino, who was running like he was dragging a plow, is trying to go from first to third on a bloop single to center and is thrown out by the second baseman, Matt Camp, in shallow center. But the Indians score 3 times and now trail the Cubs 8-6, middle of the 6th.
Attention, citizens of Junior Nation. We know how much you love Dale Jr.
Junior! Yeah, man!
How thrilling it is to get his picture.
Junior!
His autograph.
Junior! Oh, man! He said best wishes! I'm best friends with Dale Jr. Woohoo!
Imagine the thrill of winning Junior's gear.
Say what?
The next time you drink Amp Energy could be a great moment. Because that could be the moment you win Dale Jr.'s authentic number 88 gear.
Woo!
Gear you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah!
The same gear worn by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his number 88 crew.
Woo!
Enter the can codes from Amp Energy cans at ampenergy.com, and Junior stuff could be your stuff. Go to ampenergy.com for details. Amp up.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules found at www.ampenergy.com. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 or older. Void where prohibited in 5209.
Youth, consistency, and top-notch performance. At Continental, no one beats our starting rotation. With the newest jet fleet among global airlines based in the U.S., our state-of-the-art, fuel-efficient, ultra-comfortable aircraft are as good as they come. And we're taking delivery of close to 50 new planes in just the next few years. So give yourself an edge and go with our all-star lineup. Proud to be the official airline of the Cleveland Indians. For information or reservations, go to Continental.com. Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right.
Getting ready for the big game takes a lot of work. But getting ready for a big project is easy when you visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store. Our experts are here to help. After all, painting and decorating is all we do. And now you can save up to 20% on our exceptional paints, stains, and more. Stop in. You'll be amazed what happens when you ask. For a store near you, visit SherwinWilliams.com. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Indians make some changes as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-6. The Cubs' lead has been cut by 3. First off, Damaso Espino does stay in to catch. Josh Barfield now in at second as Drupal Cabrera moves to short. And we'll get our first look at right-hander Josh Judy. 6'4", 200 pounds. Judy, now 23 years old. Went to a college I have never heard of. Indiana Institute of Technology. Indians made him a 34th round draft pick in the 07 draft. Last year he was at Kinston in Lake County, all in relief. And at Lake County last year, he was 12-1 out of the bullpen. Averaged more than a strikeout an inning. The right-hander facing Joey Gathright, who's now in center field. Gathright today, 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and he looks at a called strike. Josh Judy is 13-3 with a 2.61 ERA in 2 years in the minors. The pitch, bunted third base side, it rolls foul halfway down the line. 2 strikes on Gathright. Judy has struck out 5 more batters than innings pitched in his 2 years in the minors. And teams are hitting .218 off Josh Judy in 2 years in the minors. So he's done a nice job, in particular when you consider he was drafted in the 34th round. 8-6, Cubs lead at bottom of the 6th. Judy works out of the windup and delivers. A little bit low with a sinking fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind, the pitch, a swing and a miss. Boy, I don't know what Gathright was looking at, but he got kind of half of a swing off. A very defensive swing, and he is a strikeout victim to start the 6th.
Pretty good slider right there. Yeah, I'm not too sure with 2 strikes what he was looking for, but he didn't have a very good cut at it.
Here's Brad Snyder, the one-time Indian first-round pick out of Ball State from Bellevue, Ohio. Down right field. And he takes outside ball 1. Just never came together for Brad Snyder with the Indians. With the Cubs this spring batting .261, couple of homers, 8 RBIs. Left-handed hitter with power. The wind and the pitch. Swung on, foul back, 1-1 the count. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery.
Yeah, the old change can help.
You may hear the same thing, but it's from a different voice. Now the 1-1. Checked on a pitch outside. 2 balls and a strike. Eight runs, 7 hits for the Cubs. 6 runs, 11 hits for the Indians. The 2-1 delivery. Swung on, foul back, went after the high fastball. 2-2 the count. Doug Deeds waits on deck. Josh Judy looks like he has pretty good fastball. He kicks and delivers, and a slider for strike 3. Got a good slider too.
Yeah, he's got pretty good overall stuff. I mean, you can tell the way hitters react in just a couple of at bats. He is a big guy, Thomas. The book says 6'4", 200 pounds. It almost looks like he's bigger than that. But he gets great leverage. He gets on top of the baseball, good down action on his fastball.
It's our first look at him ever, and pretty good first impression. Doug Deeds, his first at bat. He swings, fouls it at the plate, and goes down in a heap because that ball came back and got a piece of it. Thing you like about Josh Judy, he's going right after hitters, getting ahead in the count. He's a Morgantown, West Virginia native. Still lives in Morgantown. 8-6, Cubs lead it. Cubs batting in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs and nobody on. This is one of those arms we really haven't heard anybody talk about, but I have to ask some people on the plane tonight to Houston what they think. The 0-1. Slider just missed outside. 1-1 the count. He's obviously a bullpen guy because right now what we're seeing pretty much are 2 pitches. Fastball, slider. He kicks and delivers. Missed low with it. 2 balls and a strike. Gets you a station ID when time presents itself. Valley of the Sun has lived up to its name this spring. The pitch. Tad low, 3 balls and a strike. We haven't even felt a sprinkle. Josh Judy into the windup and the 3-1 pitch. Ooh, a little outside ball 4. Let's pause and let stations tell you who they are on the Indians Radio Network. Tom Hamilton and Mike Keegan with you on another sunny day here on the east side of Phoenix. We're in Mesa. Cubs 8, Indians 6. We have a pinch hitter. Russ Kanzler, right-handed hitter, takes and a misses, ball 1. Cubs have a runner on with 2 down. The next pitch, swung on, foul back into the seats, a ball and a strike. Chad Godin ends up working 2 innings, and the Indians touched him for 3 runs on 6 base hits. He had a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Between Dempster and Godin, Cubs have struck out 9. But it's an 8-6 Cubs lead here in the 6th. The pitch, swung on and missed. Good sinker in the count of 1-2. Josh Judy working out of the stretch for the first time. A look at first. Deeds with his lead. Here's the pitch. Slider that caught the outside corner. And how about that? Josh Judy strikes out Russ Kanzler, strikes out the side. Not a bad debut at all. After 6, Cubs 8, Indians 6. Woo.
Seventh inning here, another wild one today. The Indians and the Cubs, 8-6 Cubs, top of the 7th inning, Carlos Marmol. The hard-throwing right-hander will work here in the 7th for Chicago. Marmol will be a setup guy this year, something that he is not happy about, and he deals a strike to Jamie Carroll. And Kevin Gregg in a battle for the closer's job, and Gregg will be the closer. Marmol, hard thrower, will get it up there in the mid-90s. delivers and backs away Jamie Carroll. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, curveball. He is a power pitcher. They've got a couple of pretty good arms in the back end of the bullpen. The next offering, there's the curveball that misses. And it's 2-1. Shin-Soo Choo waits on deck. The Indians have out-hit the Cubs, make that 11-7, but trail 8-6. The next pitch, strike called. That one dropped in a big, slow-breaking curveball, and Carroll watched it go by. The difference in this ball game, they say the walks will kill you. Anthony Reyes walked 3 batters. They all scored. The other walk, curveball, hit foul down the right side. And out of play, Scott Roll walked the batter, and he scored. So 4 walks by Indians pitchers. 5 walks made that because Judy walked the batter, but struck out the side in the 7th. But 5 walks and 4 have scored. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. High heat, and Carroll couldn't catch up. That is the 11th strikeout by a Cubs pitcher here today, and that was pure heat right there. Here's Choo, who has homered, struck out, and flied out. Hit the ball out of the yard in the first inning off Ryan Dempster. Watches the first pitch go by. He actually squared the bunt as the third baseman Scales was playing back, but left the breaking ball go by, and it dropped in the strike zone for a strike. Marmol delivers, and Choo fouls it off. Last year, in 82 games, Marmol went 2-4 with a 2.68 earned run average and 7 saves. Had 30 holds. That has become a pretty good number to look at. Breaking ball, and Choo held up. It's 1-2. Named to the 2008 All-Star team and led Major League relievers with 114 strikeouts. That's outside. That came in 87 innings. So this is no question a power guy. 2-2 the count on Choo. Marmol works out of the stretch and misses high, full count. One out, top of the 7th inning, 8-6 Cubs. Final game in Arizona for both squads. The Indians go to Houston as Marmol misses outside, and Choo heads to first. So he has struck out a batter and walked a batter here in the 7th inning. The Indians go to Houston, play 2 games, and then open in Arlington. The Cubs go to New York and then fly back to Houston to open the season on the road against the Astros. So they've got a rather circuitous route to get to Houston. Josh Barfield, first plate appearance for Josh. And that pitch misses down low, ball 1. Right-hander ready. He's set the pitch. Slider drops in for a strike. Boy, he's got a hard breaking ball, and then he throws the big slow one and his fastball in the mid-90s. Josh Barfield this spring hitting .233 with a pair of RBIs, but the pitch is hit to right field, a base hit. The runner was going. The second baseman vacated, He was the cover guy, and Barfield hit a little dribbler towards the right side that got through. So Chu going all the way to third base. Barfield, good execution by Josh. And the Indians have runners at first and third with one out. 12th base hit of the afternoon for the Tribe. And Ryan Garko, who homered to right in the 6th inning, up there with an opportunity again with runners at first and third and one out. Curveball misses inside, ball one. Ryan Garko with his first home run of the spring in the 6th inning. His 2 RBIs give him 10 for the spring. Strike called at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, create your own Cleveland Indians collectible using your favorite photos at the photo store on Indians.com. In 3 easy steps, you can make your very own Indians memory. Visit Indians.com today. Throw over to first and Barfield back. Chu at third. Barfield at first. 8-6 Cubs, 1 out in the 7th inning. Outfield straightaway and deep for Ryan Garko. Ryan, of course, with 14 home runs and 90 runs batted in last year. Runner going, throw to second. He is safe at second base. Stolen base for Josh Barfield. Got in on the head first slide. Mark Johnson now doing the catching, and might have taken him a little while to get rid of the baseball. Not a bad throw, but Josh Barfield stole the base. That's one reason why he made this ball club. So the tying run at second base. Ryan Garko hits one foul off to the right and out of play. He and now Trevor Crow, who replaced David DeLucci on the 25-man roster. Those are 2 guys who can pinch run, steal a base late in the ball game if you need it. That one fouled out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next offering hit in the air to center field, but right there is Gathright. He has it. Runner tagging at third will score. Chu scores. It's 8-7. Credit Garko with the sac fly. Barfield stays at second base. So Josh Judy will come to the plate and hit. He'll work another inning here. And he's going to swing the bat against a hard-throwing right-hander Marmol. Strike called. Josh Judy saying, they brought me over here to pitch, not to try to swing the bat against this guy. Right-handed hitter and swing and a miss. So 8-7. No balls and 2 strikes to count. He got a piece of the fastball and fouled it down the first base side. Just a tad tardy as he swung the bat, but what else would you expect? The moral victory making contact. Barfield out at second. The outfield playing very shallow. Swing and a miss struck him out. But the Indians add a run. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning where it is stretch time here in Mesa. And the Cubs lead it 8-7.
Attention, citizens of Junior Nation. We know how much you love Dale Jr.
Junior! Yeah, man!
How thrilling it is to get his picture,
Junior!
his autograph,
Junior! Oh, man! with Dale Jr. Woohoo!
Imagine the thrill of winning Junior's gear.
Say what?
The next time you drink Amp Energy could be a great moment, because that could be the moment you win Dale Jr.'s authentic number 88 gear.
Woo!
Gear you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah!
The same gear worn by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his number 88 crew. Enter the can codes from Amp Energy cans at ampenergy.com, and Junior stuff could be your stuff. Go to ampenergy.com for details. Amp up.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules found at www.ampenergy.com. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 or over. Void where prohibited and 5209.
Have you driven into your Ford store for tires lately? We have a full line of Goodyear, Michelin, Continental, and more. Here's what else we have. A price guarantee. That's right. If within 30 days of purchase, you find a lower current price ad on any tire sold at your Ford store, we'll beat it. Guaranteed. Hurry, this offer ends March 31st. See your participating dealer for details.
At Cleveland Clinic, we put heart care on the map. For 14 years running, we've been number one in the nation for heart care. But being number one is more than an honor. It's a challenge. That's why we're constantly looking to improve our patients' experiences, from the most innovative treatments to hundreds of new parking spots and convenient valet. And we do everything we can to make sure you get an appointment in less than a week. Call today for a checkup at 866-544-9616. In ways big and small, the best care starts at Cleveland Clinic.
Back here in Mesa, where Josh Judy will again work in the bottom of the seventh inning. He struck out the side in the sixth. He walked the batter. During the seventh inning stretch, the mayor of Mesa leading the crowd and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And before starting to sing, he wanted to congratulate the Cubs for another successful year in spring training here in Mesa. This one hit on the ground to first. Garco has it. He will take it himself, and first pitch swinging Bobby Scales is out number one. But the other thing he said is, let's hope this continues to be a long relationship with the Chicago Cubs, because I think more posturing than anything else, the Cubs saying, we want some improvements here, and if we don't get them, there's always Florida. But the Cubs are so big here in the Valley.
They're not going to Florida.
No. Andres Blanco and a strike.
There's no money in Florida for one thing.
No. I don't think they'd want to take over the Winter Haven complex. The 0-1 pitch. They'd have to play between and among all those new condos they're building over there.
Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Lakefront property.
3 alligators and 2 condos. Pitch to Blanco is hit in the air to center field. Back goes Valdez. Now he will put on the brakes in front of the warning track, makes the catch. 2 outs. Good job so far here by Josh Judy. This all kind of brought to you by the fact that Anthony Reyes was only able to go 2 innings. Through a lot of pitches, gave up 7 runs, 6 earned. Johnson jammed, hits a weak line drive to the second baseman. Josh Barfield is there, makes the catch, and a nice job by young Josh Judy, who sets them down 2 innings in a row. It's 8-7 Cubs.
We have played 7 innings, and it's a ball game that now is a one-run game. 8-7 Cubs as Drupal Cabrera leading off, showing bunt. And the pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Cabrera batting left-handed. Switch hitter started the day at second. Now it's short. The new pitcher is Chad Fox. The pitch is bunted up in the air, foul behind the plate, but it drops by the screen. And the count 1-1. Cabrera 0 for 3. Tom Hamilton and Mike Egan with you. Beautiful day in Mesa. The McDonald's I'm Loving It game summary. The Indians led 1-0. In the blink of an eye, it was 7-1 Cubs. Now it's 8-7 Cubs here in the 8th. Chad Fox's pitch is bunted right back to the mound. Cabrera was bound and determined to bunt. He tried it 3 times, and he finally bunted it right back to the mound. 1 down. Here's Trevor Crow with a double and a single. He's 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. He'll bat left-handed. The Indians getting a solo homer to right by Shin-Soo Choo. Andy Marte came off the bench with a pinch hit 2-run homer to left center. Ryan Garco with a 2-run homer to right. Bad day for Anthony Reyes. He gave up 7 runs in 2 innings. Trevor Crow, he'll bat left-handed, switch hitter. He bunts first base side, a beauty of a drag bunt. Fielded by the pitcher, a dive by Fox, and he tagged out Crow, diving at him. Oh, what a play by Chad Fox, because Trevor Crow looked like he had laid down a perfect drag bunt down the first base line. And somehow Fox, racing to the line, got to it, scooped and dove at Trevor Crow and tagged him just before he got to the bag. You won't see a better play by a pitcher than that one. 2 down. Damaso Espino will bat for the Indians. He's now catching. Single his only time up. I guess the book is bunt on Chad Fox. The right-hander delivers the slider in the dirt to the backstop. Well, it's nice to know that sometimes even the Steinbrenners have a touch of reality. Not often. The wind and the 1-0. Low 2-0. Hal Steinbrenner says, you know, some of our tickets might be overpriced. Do you think? The Yankees have some tickets in the front row that go for $2,500 per seat for one game. Ball 3 is delivered low. Check that. They call that a strike. Okay. So it's in the dirt, but it's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Espino, a right-handed hitting catcher. Chad Fox, the wind and the pitch. In the dirt again, 3-1. The Yankees, despite some of their ticket prices, have the equivalent of 35,000 full season tickets. 35,000 season tickets. The Yankees, last year, the average price of a ticket at Old Yankee Stadium was $41. Espino sends one high in the air to right, not deep. Toward the line is Brad Snyder to make the catch. Last year, the Yankees' average ticket price was $41. In their new ballpark, $73. Think of that. That's the average ticket price at New Yankee Stadium, and yet 35,000 season tickets. My goodness. The Indians go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the Cubs still leading at 8-7.
Cleveland is your hometown. The Indians are your home team. You're always there to support your team, and there's a team here to support you. Medical Mutual, your health insurance company, based right here in Cleveland, serving members across Ohio. Medical Mutual's network of doctors and hospitals takes care of your health care needs. They give you prompt professional service when you call. That's what Medical Mutual is here for. They're your health insurance team, helping you get well and stay well, right here in Tribe Country. Medical Mutual, official health insurer of the Indians, medicalmutual.com.
Why should you be driving a new Toyota? Because it helps keep America working. Toyota has invested over $17 billion in its 10 different U.S. manufacturing plants. Not only that, they spend another $28 billion with U.S.-based suppliers. As the #1 car brand in America, Toyota builds them where they sell them. Ask someone you know who drives one. See your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers, proud sponsors of Indians baseball. Toyota, moving forward.
Is Progressive.com an auto insurance utopia? Well, it can save you hundreds by being the one-stop place to compare Progressive's rates to those of other top companies. What's more, if you have any questions, we offer live phone support 24/7. And if you'd like to picture us with soap opera good looks, then go right ahead. What else would you expect in Utopia? Start saving today at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. That's Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates, Mayfair Village, Ohio. Prices vary based on how you buy. Comparison rates available in most states and situations.
Getting ready for the big game takes a lot of work. But getting ready for a big project is easy when you visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store. Our experts are here to help. After all, painting and decorating is all we do. And now you can save up to 20% on our exceptional paint, stains, and more. Stop in. You'll be amazed what happens when you ask. For a store near you, visit SherwinWilliams.com. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Left-hander Ryan Edel coming on to work for the Indians. What a terrific job by Josh Judy, a young minor league pitcher. First time we had ever seen Josh Judy. And he worked 2 shutout innings, had a walk and 3 strikeouts. Now Ryan Edel, a left-hander, will work here in the 8th inning with the Indians trailing the Cubs 8-7. Today's attendance, 7,933. The Cubs have set a Cactus League record of over 200,000 fans in attendance this spring. Never has happened before in Arizona. Matt Camp, a left-handed hitting second baseman, leads it off, and he hits a little tapper back to the mound on a bunt attempt. Everybody trying to bunt, and Camp is out number 1 on 1 pitch from the left-hander Ryan Edel. Now we want to send a special hello to Jay and Karen Lance, listening in as they have all spring back in Warren, Ohio. Jay and Karen, the dad and mom of Ryan Lance, who, along with his wife Lisa, did such a great job this spring running the Indians' brand new spring training complex in Goodyear. So Jay and Karen, you should be proud. Your son did well. So Taguchi takes the strike. Jay and Karen also go by Mr. and Mrs. Ketchup. The line and the pitch down in the dirt, and they count 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think they're happy that Ryan got a new job.
Here's the 1-1. High, 2-1. Well, I thought it was interesting last year when they were cheering for Mustard. Edel doesn't waste any time, and he delivers down and in. 3-1 the count. Now Ryan and Lisa, terrific young couple, and it's quite an undertaking that Ryan took on. They moved out to Arizona last summer. Now the 3-1. There's the strike, full count. And boy, if anybody had any questions, Ryan got them answered, and that's why it was such a terrific spring here in Arizona. Payoff pitch. So Taguchi lines it to right, a base hit. So the Cubbies have a 1-out base runner trying to pad their 1-run lead. Joey Gathright, he's gone the distance today. 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Indians have out hit the Cubs now, 12-8, but the Cubs still lead at 8-7. The pitch is swung on and fouled straight back for a strike.
Talking, Tom, about that complex over in Goodyear, the new one.
Edel will check at first, comes to the plate. Slider missed outside. 1-1 the count.
We had a chance to see Mike Chernoff, who is the director of baseball operations for the Indians, and Andrew Miller, his assistant. They were down in the media dining room before the ball game.
The pitch. Gathright looks, it's low and away, 2-1.
They were just talking about how smoothly everything went with that new complex on the minor league side, and just the great facility and the way it was set up and operated.
The next delivery at the knees, a strike to even the count.
Because basically that's the heartbeat, if you will, of the organization, that complex down there. The Indians use one field and then play in the main diamond. The minor leagues, that's really what it's set up for.
Edell's pitch, swung on, banged back up the middle into center field, a base hit for Gathright. So Taguchi will stop at second, and Gathright with his second hit. The Cubs have a couple of runners on for Brad Snyder.
But they are really thrilled at the way things have gone in this first spring down here. It doesn't just happen, you know. I mean, talk about Ryan, and he, gracious as ever, says it takes a lot of people, and it does.
Well, the Indians have a new home, and it's a dandy. Brad Snyder struck out looking his first time up. The catcher, Espino, out to talk to Edell with 2 men on. Eight, 7 Cubs, 2 on, 1 out. Then we were talking about the Yankee Stadium that went up across the street from the old one. We'll have the Yankees official home opener there. The pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Cubs are there for a couple of exhibition games to try to get some of the kinks out. Yankees with a 76% price increase from a year ago in this day and age.
They didn't read the newspaper, did they?
Oh, I guess it didn't impact them if you have 35,000 season tickets. Yeah. The 0-1 is at the knees, strike 2. Yankees at $73 a ticket. That's the average price. That's a major league high. Boston had held that record. They're at $50 a ticket. $23 cheaper than the Yankees. The 0-2 swung on, foul back and out of play. We'll do it again at 0-2. Cubs have the third highest ticket in baseball, about $48 a ticket. The Mets. Now, the Mets have a brand new ballpark. And for their first season at Citi Field, their average ticket price is $37. Half of what the Yankees' average ticket price is in the same city. Now the set. And the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled again, out of play, third base side. Mind-boggling what the Yankees can charge. I guess they'll get away with it for a while. Wonder if Madoff had any season tickets. Here's the 0-2 in tight, 1-2 the count.
Say what, with those ticket prices and with that payroll, they better win.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's how they're able to have a $200 million payroll. That and what the S Network brings in. Now the 1-2 delivery. Edell deals. Snyder swings and misses, so he has struck out a couple of times. We've had a lot of strikeouts in this game. The Indians pitching staff has now struck out 9. The Cubs have struck out 11. And we're in the 8th inning with the Cubs leading the Indians 8-7. Ryan Dempster today struck out 7 batters in 4 innings. Josh Judy for the Indians. First time we saw him, he struck out 3 in 2 innings. Here's Doug Deeds. Walked his only time up. Left-handed batter looks at a called strike. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2 out, 2 on. Cubs 8, Indians 7 in the 8th. The set in the 0-1 pitch from Edell. Slider is swung on and fouled to the screen. 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. We go to the 9th with the Cubs still leading the Indians 8-7. It's the ninth inning, and right-hander David Patton has come on to work for the Cubs, who continue to lead the Indians 8-7. Top of the order, and Wilson Valdez with an RBI single will bat for the Tribe. Patton becomes the fifth right-hander to work for the Cubs today. He'll work out of the set, and he fires. And it's over, a called strike to Valdez. The next delivery, down low as Valdez showed bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pat not wasting any time. Pitch low and away, and again, Valdez wanted to bunt his way on. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Chased one down and away again. 2-2 the count on Valdez. Jamie Carroll and Shin-Soo Choo also to bat here in the ninth inning with the Indians down a run. The next delivery in the dirt. Full count. Patton's payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled on the right side. We'll do it again at 3-2. The pitch swung on, a little looping liner into right field. It's a base hit. So good a bat for Wilson Valdez, and the Indians get the tying run aboard to start the ninth. And that'll bring up Jamie Carroll, who has doubled and singled and struck out twice. He is 2 for 4. Indians have out-hit the Cubs 13-9, but still trail 8-7. In on the grass at third is Scales. The pitch, and Carroll wanted to bunt. Looked at a breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, sacrifice was on. They were charging on the corners, and Jamie thought that curveball hung high, but the home plate umpire called it a strike.
This is different than what you would see in the regular season, trying to sacrifice the tying run. They pitch out as Carroll showed bunt. The pitch outside, 1-1.
It was almost a strike. The catcher had to reach back.
Right-hander against right-hander. Patton is ready. Fires to first, and Valdez back diving. Valdez was caught stealing in the fifth. 8 runs, 9 hits for Chicago. 7 runs, 13 hits for Cleveland. It's the ninth. Another throw to first is high, off the glove of Deeds. Rolls down the right field line into foul territory, and Valdez is going to scamper all the way to third. Patton trying to pick off Valdez, airmailed the throw to first. And now the Indians have the tying run at third with nobody out.
Oh, thank you very much.
Bill Skinner goes through the signs as Jamie Carroll takes a look down. Another wild Arizona spring training game. Cubs at first had the infield in. Now they're in at the corners, back up the middle. The pitch. Swung on, line towards the gap and into left center field, a base hit. And Carroll ties it up with a single. And the Indians are back to even at 8. And Jamie Carroll has his third hit of the day.
Interesting alignment there, Tom, because, well, I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but if they had brought the shortstop in, believe it or not, he catches that ball, that line drive. That time the third baseman was back and the shortstop was playing, giving up the run.
Middle infielders were back.
Yeah.
They were up at the corners. Now Shin-Soo Choo swings, hits a ground ball to short. Blanco to second. There's one. Camp relay. Double play. Chu has the solo homer today, but he just banged into a 6-4-3 double play. So now the bases are empty, 2 down. Game tied at 8 in the 9th. And Josh Barfield, with a single in his only at bat, will head to the plate. I cannot believe we would play extra innings today.
I was just looking here. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, Tom. Everybody has gotten their work in.
Yep. Barfield takes outside and low, ball 1. We didn't play extra innings yesterday. Everybody had had enough in that marathon. Now the set, the 1-0. Swung on, fouled straight back. 1-1. Cubs and Indians. They'll play Father's Day weekend in Chicago. 3 day games on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Wrigley. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball is popped back foul into the seats. A ball and 2 strikes on Barfield. Cubs had a 7-1 lead after 2 innings. Now it's 8-8 in the 9th. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Slider swung on, a little looping liner into right center, a base hit. Josh Barfield 2 for 2 as he goes the other way. Third hit in the inning off David Patton, and that'll bring up Ryan Garco. Garco today 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer to right. Picked up his 3rd RBI in the 7th inning with a sac fly. Garco with 11 runs batted in this spring. Cubs will back up in the outfield. A little bit of a breeze blowing out toward right field right now. Barfield a threat to run. He's at first with 2 down. The pitch. Slider outside, ball 1. Boy, this guy throws a lot of sliders. David Patton. 8-8 in the 9th. The next offering, Barfield's going. Pitch is low. A double clutch by Johnson, and the throw to second is late. He had a tough time getting a grip, and Barfield has the 2nd steal in this ballgame.
Yeah, and once again, I don't think it would have made any difference, Tom. This guy didn't hold Josh very well either. He had a big lead, had a good jump.
Well, now you got the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 down in the 9th. And a count of 2-0 on Garco. Tony Grampanino's come on deck. Barfield had a huge lead. Now the pitch. Slider strike to make it 2-1. Barfield almost took off for third, and had Patton not given him a look, he would have been gone. We're deadlocked at 8. The right-hander's ready, and the pitch. Slider outside. 3 balls and a strike. So Garco in a good hitter's count.
You almost would think, what slider? I mean, if you live by the slider, you're going to die by the slider, and you throw enough of them, you're going to hang one.
Yeah. The right-hander is ready. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back, challenged him with a hard stuff.
Yep, in middle in fastball.
Full count. Patton is ready, and the payoff pitch. Slider down and away. Garco draws the walk. And we'll have a pinch hitter in Tony Grampanino. Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, heading to the mound. Indians have 2 on with 2 out. The Indians have tied it in the 9th at 8. Tony Grampanino was talking before the ball game about his time in Chicago with the White Sox, how he lived downtown. And he was saying, too, what people don't realize, how tough it is for Cubs players with all those day games and with their schedule so different than the norm. Most teams are playing all night games with an occasional weekend day game, usually on Sunday. The Cubs right now play roughly 30 night games and 52 day games. Cubs would like to split that up. They'd like to be 50-50, night games and day games at home. The pitch, strike called, but the neighborhood, they don't want any more night games.
Mm-hmm.
Players prefer night games. They get into that routine. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled over the roof behind the plate, and the count 0-2. Graffinino says where it really gets you if you're playing for the Cubs is a lot of times you're playing a night game on a getaway day on the road, and then you're coming back to Wrigley and playing a day game. Barfield and Garco aboard. The Indians have tied it at 8. We're in the 9th inning with 2 down, and Graffinino in the hole, 0-2. Patton is ready. The pitch. Slider down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Indians have banged out 15 hits. They've walked 3 times. The pitch. Low, not by much. 2-2. If the wind is blowing out, this may be a prelude to Father's Day weekend at Wrigley. 8-8 in the 9th. The 2-2. Downstairs, full count. Lou Piniella just took his right hand and waved it dismissively towards the mound. I hope Patton wasn't looking out of the corner of his eye. Lou's not happy. The payoff pitch. Runners, of course, go, and the pitch is fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 3-2. Lou doesn't have a high tolerance level for pitchers anyway.
No.
And if anybody wondered what he was thinking about this performance, well, they just saw it. Again, the payoff. Swung on a high bouncer to short. Blanco will set and fire to first, and the inning is over. But the Indians have come back to tie it up 8-8, middle of the 9th.
Attention, citizens of Junior Nation. We know how much you love Dale Jr.
Junior! Yeah, man!
How thrilling it is to get his picture,
Junior!
his autograph.
Junior! Oh, man! He said best wishes! I'm best friends with Dale Jr. Woohoo!
Imagine the thrill of winning Junior's gear.
Say what?
The next time you drink Amp Energy could be a great moment, because that could be the moment you win Dale Jr.'s authentic number 88 gear.
Woo!
Gear you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah!
The same gear worn by Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his number 88 crew.
Woo-hoo!
Enter the can codes from Amp Energy cans at ampenergy.com, and Junior stuff could be your stuff. Go to ampenergy.com for details. Amp up.
No purchase necessary. Subject to official rules found at www.ampenergy.com. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 or older. Void where prohibited and 5209.
Getting ready for the big game takes a lot of work. But getting ready for a big project is easy when you visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams paint store. Our experts are here to help. After all, painting and decorating is all we do. And now you can save up to 20% on our exceptional paints, stains, and more. Stop in. You'll be amazed what happens when you ask. For a store near you, visit SherwinWilliams.com. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Have you driven into your Ford store for tires lately? We have a full line of Goodyear, Michelin, Continental, and more. Here's what else we have. A price guarantee. That's right. If within 30 days of purchase, you find a lower current price ad on any tire sold at your Ford store, we'll beat it. Guaranteed. Hurry, this offer ends March 31st. See your participating dealer for details.
Indians go to their bullpen one more time for right-hander Steve Wright as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning in Mesa. Final game in Arizona. Indians and Cubs are tied now 8-8. Steve Wright, a 6'1", 200-pound right-hander. He is 24 years old, out of the University of Hawaii. The Indians made him a second-round pick in the draft of 2006. Reed Johnson will pinch hit, right-hander against right-hander. Right into the windup and the pitch. And it's over the outside corner, a strike. Last year, Wright was at Akron and Kinston. Combined to go 6 and 7, made 28 starts. He winds it up and delivers. Down low, and the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. This is his third pro season. The 1-1 delivery. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. 2 butterflies for these young men who are getting a chance to perform for the first time in front of Eric Wedge and Carl Willis. Wright kicks and delivers. Strike to the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Reed Johnson. Nobody throwing in either bullpen, which would seem to be an indication that if this game is tied, we are done. 8-8 in the ninth. The 2-2. Breaking ball way outside. Full count. Now the payoff pitch. Swung on a smash into left field, a base hit for Reed Johnson. The winning run is aboard. And Bobby Scales, the switch-hitting third baseman, 0 for 3 with a walk, will come to the plate batting left-handed. One would think Lou Piniella will play this like it counts and lay down a bunt.
That's the way Eric Wedge did it in the top of the inning. You would think this is National League ball right here.
Scales, the switch hitter. In close at third is Carroll. Tossed to first, and back standing is Reed Johnson. The right-hander is ready, and the pitch. He shows bunt, and the pitch down and in. Ball 1 to Bobby Scales. Garco and Carroll are charging at first and third, respectively. The pitch, and it's bunted first base side. Good bunt. Garco fields it on the grass. Underhand flip to Josh Barfield, covering at first. 3-4 on the sacrifice. The winning run now goes to second with 1 down for Andres Blanco. 10 seconds for stations to tell you who they are in the Indians radio network. Tom Hamilton, Mike Egan with you from Mesa, Arizona. Final game in the Cactus League. Indians and Cubs knotted up at 8, bottom of the ninth. Reed Johnson at second, 1 down for the Cubs. Andres Blanco will bat left-handed. The pitch from Steve Wright, swung on, foul back. Blanco today 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. First time today we have any kind of a significant breeze, and it is blowing straight out to left. The pitch. Swung on, yanked foul down the right side. Nothing into the count. spring training complexes, it still has the old-fashioned organ. The pitch swung on, fouled back, and the count remains 0-2. This is one of the older facilities now in Arizona, and the Cubs want it renovated or a new ballpark. They'll get it.
Well, when you pack 200,000 people into this ballpark for spring training games averaging over 10,000, that's probably twice as many as every other team in the Valley.
Sure. 2-strike pitch. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
What did we do, around 6,000, 6,000 to 7,000, is that right?
Indians drew just under 100,000. Right comes set, and the 1-2. Swung on, foul to the screen. We'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes. Now, the Cubs are arguably, if not the most popular team in America baseball-wise. They're right there with the Yankees, the Red Sox, probably the Dodgers. Eight in the ninth. Winning run at second, 1 down. The 1-2 delivery, high, 2-2. Steve Wright comes set. He'll deliver. A swing and a little blue job to shallow left field. It's a base hit. Heading for home is Reed Johnson. Here's Chu's throw to the plate, and the game is over. Throw is late. Sliding in safely is Reed Johnson. And the final today, the Cubs 9, the Indians 8. Back in Mesa, where the Cactus League comes to a conclusion, the Indians fall to the Cubs 9-8. Saw a game that Anthony Reyes was tattooed for 7 runs in 2 innings. The Indians came scratching back to tie it in the ninth. Cubs win it in the bottom of the ninth in a game that was primarily played by minor leaguers. I don't know if you get anything out of this one, Mike, other than we're out of Arizona.
We're out of Arizona. Maybe go to Houston and play some real baseball for a couple of ball games. But this ball game, Tom, could have ended probably after about the 4th inning when the regulars that were here got 3 at-bats, and Anthony Reyes was out of the ball game because the rest of the game was pretty much the minor league guys. But Anthony Reyes, this is not the way he wanted to finish spring training. Obviously, first time this spring that we have seen him without his good command and making good pitches. And let's just hope this is all due to the fact that we have been here for so long, playing in Arizona, and maybe it's just, again, with him, one blip on the radar screen. Because other than today, he's been so very, very good.
Yeah, he really has.
That I guess you're entitled to one do-over, aren't you, when it's all said and done?
Well, the Cubs win it today. 9 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 9 left. The Indians 8 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors, and 7 men stranded. 7,933 watched it. We'll be on the air tomorrow night at 8 o'clock when the Indians take on the Houston Astros from the Lone Star State. For Mike Egan, Jim Rosenhaus, and Stephanie Hagel, this is Tom Hamilton. Thanks for joining us. Again, the final today, the Chicago Cubs 9, the Cleveland Indians 8. So long, everybody.
This Cactus League broadcast has been brought to you by Continental Airlines, the official airline of the Cleveland Indians. Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right. By the Cleveland Clinic, the official health care provider for the Cleveland Indians. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of the Cleveland Indians.